Want to run video ads for your real estate business but feeling a little camera shy? Watch this video for my very best on-camera tips to build trust and authority with motivated sellers. For the best real estate marketing and tech advice, please be sure to subscribe to our channel and click that bell to be notified every single time we put out a new video. I'm Lee with REI Blackbook, where we help thousands of investors automate and scale their business with our software and education programs. Now, a little known fact about me is that prior to coming to work for REI Blackbook, I have had a 15-year career as a professional entertainer. So when it comes to all things public speaking or being on camera, presenting in general, I've got some pretty unique insights. And in this video, I'm going to share all of my very best on-camera tricks to help you be comfortable and instantly build that rapport, authority, and trust with those motivated sellers you're trying to reach. So tip number one is that the only way to get comfortable being on camera is to practice being on camera. Talking to a camera is a really weird and unnatural thing, and it's really uncomfortable at first. And if you're uncomfortable, then the people who are watching you on camera are also going to be uncomfortable. And that is definitely not the way to build that know, like, and trust factor with people. So I'm going to give you one of my very best tips right out of the gate, and that is to pretend that when you're looking into the camera lens, you're actually talking to somebody that you know that you are very, very comfortable and at ease with. Or if you're really comfortable verbally giving your pitch to a motivated seller, then I want you to think about a client that you recently connected with, that you had a really great experience with, and imagine that it's them that you're talking to right when you're looking into that camera lens. And one of the things that this does right away is it takes the pressure off of you to be perfect on camera, and instead it puts the emphasis onto the clients that you are serving and how you can help them. And that brings me to tip number two, and that is, it's not about you. Even though you're the one on camera, it is not about you. It is about the people that you're serving and what problems of theirs you can help them solve. So the more clear you are on the intended purpose and outcome that you want for the people that you're serving, the more comfortable and confident you're going to be automatically. And when you're comfortable, it's going to put your viewers at ease, and that is going to help build rapport immediately. Tip number three is to wear what makes you comfortable and confident. You know, the old adage, look good, feel good, is a saying for a reason. And if you're wearing clothes that you're either feeling kind of frumpy in, or maybe they're baggy, they're not fitting very well, or anything that just doesn't feel like something you would normally wear. You know, if you're not a person who wears blazers, then don't put on a blazer. You know, you just want to come across in a way that you're authentically you. One tip, if you're wearing something that isn't super fitted up top, you might want to consider tucking in the front of a shirt, or ladies taking like a hair elastic and just tying up your shirt to like create a cleaner little line that is going to be more flattering on camera. And ladies, while I'm talking to you, and I guess I could be talking to the men too, no judgment. If this applies to you, great. But if having your hair and makeup done helps you to feel confident and at ease and in control, then by all means, do it. After a decade and a half on stage, I absolutely love getting dolled up whenever I'm going to be presenting anything, obviously. So I always make sure to build in some time to get my hair and makeup done in a way that makes me feel great before I film anything. Now, if you're somebody who feels more comfortable in your own skin when you're rocking a more natural look, by all means, do that. It's not about pretending to be something you're not. It's about presenting yourself in the way that is most authentically you and makes you feel the most comfortable and most confident that you possibly can. And one more thing I'll say about this before I move on is do some test shots. If you think that you're feeling pretty good and you're feeling like you're authentically yourself, the best way to tell is to watch the footage back and ask yourself, do I look like myself? Do I sound like myself? Am I acting like myself? And not only should you watch the footage back, but you can also have really trusted friends and family watch it back, and they can give you some honest feedback about whether or not they feel like you're being you. Tip number four is don't try to do it all in one take. That is incredibly stressful, and it is not necessary. Right now, as I'm filming this, I've got my computer sitting off camera, and in between each take, I look down at my notes and I remind myself of what I'm gonna say next, and then I look back at the camera, and then I deliver the next piece. And so I do this in very small pieces at a time, so I don't have to memorize an entire script and stress myself out unnecessarily. And then all you have to do is remember what you're gonna say in one small piece at a time. The beauty of video is you can let the editing do the heavy lifting and the hard work for you. This way you can focus on communicating what your message is and what you're trying to communicate to your viewer, rather than being so focused on how you're saying it. So before we go on, I just want to ask really quickly, have you ever tried filming yourself for ads before, or for any purpose before? What was your biggest challenge with it? Let me know in the comments. So speaking of scripts, at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you how you can get your hands on our Facebook ads templates. And these templates include ad copy as well as video scripts that you are free to use. So be sure you stick around until the end of the video if you're interested in getting that. But having said that, if you do get it and you feel like a robot reading from a script that somebody else wrote, you do not have to use the script word for word. You can feel free to go through the script, maybe break it out into bullet points even, so that you just have little things that'll jog your memory about what you're talking about, and then you're able to convey the same messaging in your own words and in your own authentic voice. And as you're filming, if you get flustered, take a break by all means. Take a minute, take some deep breaths, put your hands on your belly if you don't know what to do with them, or if you just need to help get a little bit more grounded. That's going to help connect you to that breath. Again, the beauty of video is you can let editing do so much of the heavy lifting for you, and all you need to focus on is who you are helping and what message you are communicating to them about how you can help them. So number 5, I'm gonna touch on gear really quickly. So many people, when it comes to making video, think that they have to have all of this top of the line equipment before they can ever get started making video and using it in their business, and that is just not the case. These days, everybody has a phone that has an incredible camera in it, so don't get hung up on thinking you need to go out and get a top of the line DSLR camera or anything like that. Just get started with what you have. And that actually brings me to the next point, which is lighting. So you don't need to have these big fancy light rigs or anything either. You can really accomplish so much and get a great looking video by filming your video in front of a window and using the natural light that's coming in. And the same thing goes for audio. You can keep it really, really simple. The biggest thing that you need to focus on is either reducing or eliminating background noise. But the bottom line is, if people can see you clearly and they can hear you clearly, then they're gonna have an opportunity to connect with you. Tip number 6 is that not everybody is going to like you, and that's okay. We've been harping on this a lot. People do business with people they know, like, and trust, especially when it comes to something as emotionally charged as selling their home. The only way to authentically build rapport with people is to be yourself. And in doing so, the people who connect with you when you're being the most honest version of you are going to be the right people. And when the right people connect with you, those are likely going to be people that you're actually going to enjoy working with a lot more. That's going to create a great experience for you. It's going to create a great experience for your clients, which in turn leads to things like really killer testimonials and ultimately turns into an opportunity to do more deals. Now, if you're wanting to dive deeper with Facebook ads for your real estate business, we have an incredible free resource called the Motivated Seller Guide that I'm linking to below. There's no need to opt into this one or anything. It's just there. It's for free. It goes into depth about everything you need to know to set up and manage a successful campaign for your real estate business with Facebook ads. Josh mentioned in the first video of this series, which if you haven't seen it yet, I'm going to go ahead and link to it right over here. Last year at our REI Black Book headquarters, we did an in-depth workshop all about Facebook ads, and one of our attendees implemented our exact Facebook ads strategy and used our exact Facebook ads templates. And within a week of running those ads, he generated a lead that he was able to turn into a contract. He was able to fix and flip that house, and his total ad spend to get that lead was $140. Now, if you're interested in getting your hands on the recordings of that in-depth Facebook ads training we did last year, that's actually available as part of your REI Black Book subscription when you sign up at the accelerator level, and I will link to that in the bottom as well. If you like this video, guys, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss a single video that we put out. We put out videos every single Monday to help you guys understand how to better market, automate, and scale your real estate investing business. Make sure when you subscribe that you click that bell to be notified, and go ahead and share this video out with any other investor friends and family that you think could benefit from it. One more question before I go. What questions, if any, do you still have for me about what it takes to make a great video ad for your business? Let me know in the comments, guys. Again, I'm Lee with REI Black Book. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next week.